Hi everyone, Pam Gregory, astrologer. I'm going to be speaking to you today about the first half of March and in particular the solar eclipse that we have coming up at 18:55 of Pisces. It's coming up on the 8th of March at 5:54 p.m. Pacific and on the next day, the 9th of March at 1:54 a.m. UK time. The totality of the eclipse is going to be across Indonesia and the Western Pacific, but this is a really important solar eclipse because it's total and it's also a supermoon. And we know from discussing these things in the past that a supermoon means that the moon is very close to the Earth in its orbit, and therefore it exerts a greater gravitational pull. So we're likely to see higher tides, often extreme weather at this time. But a solar eclipse is like a super big new moon, a super big new beginning. So see where 18:55 of Pisces falls in your chart, because that's likely to bring a new beginning in that area of life for you. Now, eclipses are when we almost get rebooted because the light and electromagnetic energy from the sun is temporarily halted, and it's like rebooting a computer. We get rebooted, we get jump started again, often onto a point further on in our destiny. It's very helpful. Eclipses can work like wildcards. There can be sudden opportunities that come out of the blue for you and move you ahead very, very quickly. Sometimes it can be a benefactor or just an opportunity that's offered to you that you wouldn't have expected, that feels very exciting and very fast moving. And what I'd also suggest is look back to last September, because on September the 13th last year, we had a solar eclipse also at 20 degrees of Virgo. Now this is at almost 19 degrees of Pisces. So both of the solar eclipses, both in September and coming up this March, are going to be triggering similar parts of your chart. So what was happening for you last September? Were there any external changes happening for you, or were the changes more internal? Was it really deciding what was important in your life and reprioritizing things? Because really watch that, because this solar eclipse might continue that theme, might be building on what was beginning for you last September. So really important. Now, there is a huge emphasis in Pisces at this solar eclipse. Not only do we have the sun and the moon, which we always have together at a new moon, we also have Mercury, Neptune, Chiron, and the South Node. So it's a tremendous emphasis in Pisces. And when I think of Pisces, I really think of surrender. Just think of just giving it all up to a higher intelligence who knows better than we do what's right for us. And also the fact that Jupiter is opposing the Sun, the Moon, Chiron and the South Node emphasizes, really expands that Pisces energy of surrender. Chiron is conjunct not only the Sun and Moon, but also conjunct the South Node. And the South Node is the past, what we've developed in the past, where we've come from, also skills we've developed. But it's also what we need to now leave behind in order to move forwards. So there's a very strong sense at this solar eclipse of just letting go of old habits, old connections, perhaps old ways of being, in order to create space for the new to come in. And Jupiter opposing Chiron and the South Node, it really is insisting on that need to create new space in your life. So in order to create that new space for new energy, new ideas, new opportunities to come in, we have to let some of the old go. So that's a strong, strong message at this solar eclipse. We also, which will help us at the solar eclipse, have Jupiter in aspect to Uranus. Now this will help to expand our consciousness and our superconscious connection. So you may find that you get sudden insights or perceptions or revelations, and you can suddenly view things in a different way or see ways of doing old things in a new way. It's very connected to those insights. It feels very liberating. There's a strong sense of newness with this aspect too. And of course, in our background, we still have the Uranus-Pluto square continuing, which is all about personal revelation. Now, this strong emphasis in Pisces really is connected to your intuition, your imagination, it's creativity, it's higher consciousness, it's dreams, it's miracles, it's healing. It's very much connected to dreams. I often ask a question of my dreams as I'm falling asleep at night. Show me what I need to know about XYZ, or show me the next step in this particular area. And so often you get an answer, if not that night in your dreams, within the next 2 or 3 nights. It's often quite a surprising answer. So really keep a dream journal, tune in to that. And that ability to tune into our intuition is emphasised also because Mercury is conjunct Neptune, both of them in Pisces. So strong sense of trusting your intuition, trusting your gut. What is very interesting as well at this solar eclipse, something very powerful, because this solar eclipse feels almost otherworldly. It feels mystical. It's almost hard to find the words for it. And what adds to this sense of mystery is that we have many planets aspecting a point in space known as the Great Attractor. We have the Sun, the Moon, Jupiter, Saturn, the nodal axis. Remember, that's our collective destiny where we're evolving towards, and also Uranus. A lot of planets are aspecting that 17 degrees of Sagittarius point, which is where the Great Attractor is in space. Now, the Great Attractor itself is very mysterious. It has a massive gravitational pull. So many galaxies spin around it because it has a lot of cosmic material, radiation, but terrific gravitational pull. And so the fact that so many of the planets are aspecting this very important and mysterious point in space at the solar eclipse, which is all about a new beginning, is a feeling of almost again being jumped forwards towards our destiny, or swept along towards our destiny at this big new beginning. Jupiter conjunct the North Node, we've had that for a little while, but that continues to expand our horizons and our possibilities. So it feels tremendously deep, tremendously exciting, and almost as if you're able to work through your meditation, through your dreams, through your spiritual connection with a higher intelligence, this solar eclipse is going to serve you very, very well. So see where this falls in your chart. Is it in the 10th house? Are new opportunities going to be coming in your career? Is it in the 11th? You're going to be changing your friendship groups, your networks? Because what I think this solar eclipse will do for us is it's so much about refining our energy that we will become super sensitized to energy, to frequency, to vibration. And therefore, people and circumstances who are no longer on our vibration will tend to pass away. There's a need to move forwards to connect to people and situations who and that are on the same vibration as you. There's a very strong sense of that, very strong sense of destiny and newness with this. So it's really, really exciting opportunity, because also remember that this point of 18 degrees 55 minutes of Pisces there won't be an eclipse at that point again for almost another 19 years. So if this is aspecting something closely in your chart within, I'd say, a maximum of 4 degrees for an eclipse, either side of a planet or angle, you won't be getting this opportunity again for almost another 19 years. So really make the most of it, because the meaning of the eclipse for you won't just be the house, the area of life where it falls in your birth chart. If it aspects a planet as well, that is likely to give meaning in another area of life for you, be another new beginning, another part of life for you. And if you don't understand what I've just said, it would be really useful for you to check out the link appearing above or below in the description, because you can get a free birth chart online. Just Google search in order to get your free birth chart, and then you can check out my tutorial videos, which is by clicking the link, and they will explain all you need to know about how you can find the meaning for this eclipse, any aspect I ever talk about in your chart and your life, and it will give you much more meaning and richness. So it's going to be a wonderful time. So if you'd like more information about my book, my audiobook, my other tutorial videos about the astrological signs, I also put out a 3,000 word plus free newsletter each month. If you'd like any information about those things, just check out my website, pamgregory.com or thenextstep.uk.com, and really enjoy this total supermoon solar eclipse in Pisces. Thanks so much for listening.